what do you want to know from your candidate for Congress, or what issues are important to you, or what do you want to hear about?
Um, like I said, I don't like I'm not following politics too closely at the moment, but I would just really like to know like what you're passionate about and if you were elected, what you would do with your newfound, I guess, power.
Okay, it's a good question. What motivated me to get into this race is that I'm tired of Democrats running on delivering things that we can't deliver because the system is broken. So I am running my campaign on trying to do things that can fix that broken system. And I think the very first thing that we need to do is we need to get big money out of politics. I don't think we can get anything else done for real until we get that done first.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, thanks to what I like to call the extreme court, the only way we can do that is with a constitutional amendment. So I am proposing a constitutional amendment called the Ban Big Money Amendment to do just that. And it's not a symbolic gesture. It's the centerpiece of a strategic campaign in order to get this done, because this has to be a long term project. The idea behind the Ban Big Money Amendment is that voters can go up to their candidates and they can ask, hey, will you vote for the Ban Big Money Amendment? And if that candidate says no, or they get all squirrely about it, then we know we can't trust them and we have to stop voting for these people. And if we
Hmm.
can get enough people voting based on that, then we can start changing the outcome of close elections. And when we do that, then candidates will start to get the message of like, oh, if I run on the Ban Big Money Amendment, I can get votes. And voters will start to get the message of, hey, if I vote based on this, then maybe things can start to change. So I'm trying to pick this fight now because people are fed up with the broken system and it's breaking down. And something new is going to come into being. So this is the time to pick this fight. But Democrats have been talking about doing something about big money for 15 years. They keep talking about overturning Citizens United, but they haven't done anything. So, what would I do with my newfound power if I got into Congress? Well, honestly, at this point, if I even just get through the primary and get to the general election running on the message of getting big money out of politics, that by itself can start spawning imitators in the next election, because people will look at that and go, this guy ran on getting big money out of politics in a constitutional amendment. He got through a crowded primary. That's what we need to do. We need to get other people doing this. All I can do is be a cheerleader. Now, I have a lot of other things that I would like to do on other issues. I have a very
Right.
extensive issues page on my website where I'm very clear about what I believe and what I think we can do, because I want people to know exactly what I think and what I want to do, because I believe that voters have a right to know. I think a lot of times we get candidates who they give vague messages and vague things that
Right.
they want to say because they don't want to offend anybody. And I think people are tired of that and they want to know exactly what they're getting from somebody. And I think people deserve that.
Wow. Thank you so much. That was very like I feel very well informed now.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you so much for like just explaining it. And I don't know, like I feel right now like maybe I identify slightly more Republican,
Uh huh.
but I mean the way you explained it and the way you're so transparent with all of your views and all of your policies, what you want to do, I really appreciate that because that is a huge thing that politicians are not doing right now. So I really appreciate that. And if you like, yeah, I would totally check out your page because this is like a very, like, I don't know, strong thing that I feel strongly about. I mean, especially because, like, I mean, I'm just a freshman, so I just moved here. I'm from California.
Uh huh.
But, like, I mean, I want to start getting into politics more and, like,
That's great.
caring
Well, I
about our
see you have a
country.
Texas Tech T-shirt on. I actually moved here from Texas,
Did you
so
really?
yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I have family in Texas, so a couple of my cousins go to Texas Tech, so I'll go
Okay.
down and visit them sometimes. But yeah,
Well, I'm hoping to appeal to people across the political spectrum.
right,
I mean, on some of my policy issues, they're not going to agree with me because I'm definitely a Democrat. Like
yeah,
I have left-leaning views, but fundamentally what I'm about is getting the system working better for all of us so that we all get the representation that we want. And I want to be able to talk to people on the other side and come to agreement, because I'm never going to be able to change other people's worldview. They're not going to be able to change mine. And I don't think people who disagree with me are bad people.
right,
And we need to work together in order to find solutions that are stable. Maybe we're not all completely happy with them, but at least they work and we can live with them. I think that's the best
right,
that we can hope for in a republic. And on a
yes.
lot of issues, we can probably find agreement where we are happy with the outcome. But we can't get there in the system that we have right now.
Yes, it's too polarized, and the opposite opinions aren't necessarily respected. And that's one thing I'm very frustrated with is just how no one can, you know, be friends with someone who has a different opinion than them. That's one of my like biggest things.
It's surprising how many people feel that way. It's
Yeah.
just we have the loudest people dominating the discussion,
Yes,
especially because
exactly.
of
That's all
social
you hear
media.
from.
And
Yeah.
people feel silenced. They feel like they can't communicate each other. They don't even feel safe communicating with each other. I'm going to be trying to do things with my campaign to address that problem as well. Now, I want to be clear, I am extraordinarily critical of the current regime, and I do not mince words. But I only go after the people in power. I refuse to attack ordinary Americans. I'm not
Right.
one of these people who's like, if you voted for Trump, that makes you a bad person. I do not believe that. I do not say that, and that is not my approach to the world. I want to try to appeal to everyone.
Right. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.